So, I'm going to need to start with a patented Mark 1 pod. And I'm going to need to shove some science equipment on the top of it. Yep. I don't need any other science equipment because I already got everything from the moon. So this stuff should be fine. And then I can decouple this before re-entering the atmosphere and store the data in the pod. Now, I definitely need a lunar rated heat shield. And I need a parachute. I'm going to use 2, just because that way I won't unbalance my pod during re-entry. It'll be slightly heavier, but shouldn't be too bad. I can also attach some electric stuff up here. Where are those solar panels? There we go. I don't really have the storage technology for fuel cells. Nah, I'm gonna go gold foil. Nah, gray side. Screw that. Okay, so that there is what's coming back to Earth. Now I need a service module. So, I should have a life support tank here somewhere. And that's as big as it can get. Seriously? Might be able to use a normal fuel tank to do that. Yep. So, I always do life support with this texture. Food, water, and oxygen. 52 days. I don't need that much. Yep, 27 days. And then the waste. I'll just make a tank of equal size. Don't need this much. Let's see how much I need. Okay, I need a little more than 10. Let's try 14. Yep, that's pretty good. Don't need that much wastewater. Let's try 125. Yep. Carbon dioxide. Way more than I need. Still way more than I need. There we go. That's pretty good. Alright. So now I got enough for everything. I don't want to store waste in the pod. Actually, I don't want to use any of the pod's stuff. I also don't need any ablator on the actual pod itself because I have everything on the service module. Sorry, on the lunar heat shield. Alright. Now I need something to bring this back. The Astris engine is probably the best. Yeah, 20 kilonewtons. Service module. That's way more than I need. That's better. Now some RCS. I'll fix that in a minute. And Aerozine 50. Alright. Now this can do course corrections on the way to the moon. I should move these over a bit. And then it can return me from the moon, and this has enough to burn me into lunar orbit and to return from the moon, basically. It can do just about anything I need it to. Now I need to put this whole thing in a fairing. I know it's kind of weird to put a crude capsule in a fairing, but yep, I don't give a fuck about avionics. $500 watts. The Saturn I instrument unit actually requires less power than the normal 3 guidance unit, and it's barely heavier, so I'm just going to make this thing 3.9 meters. Mainly to fit that guidance unit. So now, .9 meters. Now, let's see if those new RL10s, I can use those. How heavy is this right now? 7.7. So, let's try 3. Now, I don't think I have any better engines, but it's worth a look. Yes, I do. Alright, that's enough for translunar injection. And that's my Ullage motors. Interstage ring time. God dang it, I'm gonna need to make this taller. There we go. I'm gonna need a decoupler here too. Just in case. Alright, that's good. Yeah, that's good enough. Now, for a second stage. I need to get this thing to orbit. Not nearly powerful enough. Have to use 2 engines for this one. Yep, and then I need one more stage underneath this. So let's get some ullage motors together. Yeah, I think I can still use a 3.9 meter first stage. It'll be long, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, I don't know what that decoupler is doing down there. And where's the Atlas fairing? Alright, what kind of engines do I got here? Three of these, maybe? No, not enough. Yep, I know what I'm doing here. There we go. Still not quite enough. There we go. This is about the right size. And this will be Kerbal 1. Gaze on the glory of Kerbal. It's still got nothing on Saturn V. How big is this rocket anyway? About 1,000. It's only 600 tons. It's not even that bad. Garbage. Yep, all that stuff is garbage. All right. To the moon. So let's see when I need to launch. Four hours. Gonna be a night launch again, dang it. Alright, we are ready to go. SAS on. Throttle up. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. And we have cleared the launch equipment. Beginning roll program. Beginning gravity turn. We have about a minute and 50 seconds left on the first stage. Sonic, and we are now supersonic. Altitude 6,500 meters. 2 G's acceleration. Mach 2, 19,000 meters. One kilometer per second. $50 seconds to first stage burnout. Let's lower our trajectory a bit because we're kind of burning pretty excessively with this first stage here. All right. I shut off a couple engines, but I think Jeb can handle 5 Gs. It's a bit much, but it's not too bad. Yeah, for only 10 seconds. First stage burnout, first stage separation, and second stage ignition. $100 kilometers. 3,500 meters per second. Second stage ignition successful. Orbital insertion burn underway. Alright, let's see how much velocity we can pick up. Yeah, I actually brought more than I needed, I think. Yeah, I brought about 1,000 meters per second more than I needed on this rocket, but... That's weird, I shouldn't have. It'll probably turn out that I didn't once the inefficiency from this pitch over here is taken into account. Oh well, it's better to have too much fuel than too little. Alright, 5250 meters per second, 277 kilometers. We're getting close. Pitch down very slightly, so I'll end up in a more circular final orbit. And 6,000 meters per second. 6,500. Let's slow her down a bit. 67, 68, 69, 7 kilometers per second. And we are approaching orbital insertion. 1, 2, 3. Dang it. Ah well, reasonably circular. Now, I'll leave this stage attached for now before our translunar injection burn. Well, the Hoffman transfer hits the target. That's a good sign. But it's in an hour and 30 minutes. So, Jebediah Kerman, let's EVA and get your data. Alright, that's one of the things I needed for the spacewalk contract. Oh, and I can transmit that, and I need to complete an orbit. That should be easy enough, because I got one orbit until my translunar injection anyway. Now, where's that commutron? There's the commutron. Alright, I want to go to about 2 minutes before that way after 2 minutes I can do my ullage burns and all this other stuff, separate the stage, and alright, 1 hour to translunar injection. Okay, I need to retransmit this data. Oh no, it counted. Alright, half hour to translunar injection. $20 minutes. Yes. Come on, all my fuel's boiling off on me. That much in only... What the frig? I shouldn't lose that much fuel in an hour and a half. Come on, I don't even have cryogenic fuel tanks yet. I'm gonna have to try for a free return trajectory. Oh well. This is gonna be interesting. Especially since I don't have any more ignitions left on this engine here. Oh well, I'm gonna try this anyway for shits and giggles. And... second stage separation. And third stage ignition. I guess it serves me right for trying to use hydrolocks for translunar injection, but It worked for the Saturn V, and they spent 2 orbits. Oh, well, I have an idea anyway. I should have enough Delta V to do a free return. Alright. Let's continue to lunar encounter on this engine here. I'm not going to get there anywhere fast, but... Oh, those random asteroids around. $500 meters per second. $100 meters per second left. Hmm. Aha! I want to pass closer to the moon than that. What the fuck? This thing is freaking glitched, but... No, that's too much delta V. Hmm. Ah. I just need to pass within 5,000 kilometers. Yep, I can handle that. Close enough anyway. Right, let's warp to the next maneuver. Ah, frig. Good thing I quick saved it before that happened, because when I hit time warp, my orbit changed by like 100 meters per second due to some kind of floating point precision error. This is why I can't have nice things. Oh, well, that's much better. I'll have to warp to my maneuver myself. Oh, yeah. Keep that. Transmit that. I don't want that, because I'm going to get a biological report from the moon. EVA. Keep that. Nine hours and 58 minutes. Dang it, I overshot by a couple minutes. Oh well, that shouldn't matter too much. 59 meters per second. Excuse me. Alright. As long as I pass within 5,000 kilometers of the moon, I can handle it. Alright. Dang it. That's not how physics warps, god dang it. Already got that. Alright, so I'll just warp through the transmission. Okay, I'm gonna need to fix this. Whoops, too much. That's good enough. How am I running out of electric charge? I have a 400-watt solar panel on this thing. There's no way in heck this thing should take more than 400 watts to work. Come on. Yep. Well, I'm gonna have to fuck that. Because, for freak's sake, I shouldn't... Like, these are two of the biggest solar panels I got. They should be able to power this thing. I'm sure in real life, the NASA would be able to find a way to run the pod on very slightly less. Electricity. Oh well. Alright, that should be about right. No, I want a focus view on the Earth, for frig's sake. Shouldn't be that hard. There we go. Should be able to deactivate the infinite electricity now. Oh yeah, I have a full charge, so... Alright, we are approaching re-entry. 20,000 kilometers. 10,000 kilometers. 5,000 kilometers. 4. 3. 2. 1,000 kilometers. Now. Descent mode is on. This thing's roll control is terrible. Alright. This is going to be sketchy. I'm going to quick save it in case I'll need to do a cheat to survive. Let's see if I can pull off my patented lunar re-entry maneuvers. In the dark. Alright, 400 kilometers. 300 kilometers. 200 kilometers. 160. 150. And we are entering the atmosphere. Now. So we should start to get plasma by 120 kilometers at this speed. Or some kind of glow. Guess not. course, now I'm starting to get some heat. What just blew up? Oh well. Okay, now my pod is behaving like it's supposed to. My parapsis is increasing due to aerodynamic lift. Now, to slow down without killing my crew, and also to stay inside the atmosphere, I'm going to need to do some shenanigans now. Yep. I'm going to need to roll over. So right now I'm doing a forced orbit. I'm using the atmosphere to keep me inside. Alright, now the atmosphere is winning. So let's roll back over again to use lift to deflect me outwards. Alright. Time for a forced orbit again. So I'm literally notice my time of parapsis is increasing. I'm using the atmosphere to keep me in an orbit at faster than orbital velocity. Alright. I've slowed down enough now that I can do a standard lifting re-entry. And my G meter, I never ended up with above 6 Gs. Survivable for Mr. Jebediah Kerman. My G-forces is actually going down. I'm actually rising up very slightly due to lift. That's fine. I'm not going very high. That's no deal. I'm just going to slowly glide. Bleed off some more speed in the upper atmosphere. Yeah, let's transmit that. And apoapsis at 69 kilometers. Excuse me. Holy shit, SAS. Stop being a shitlord. Oh well. Now we're starting to fall down again. Because when you come back from the moon, you have a lot more velocity that you need to kill off, so you can't really do things in the same way as if you had a standard low Earth orbit type reentry. Oh well. Speed things up a bit so I can fall back down into the lower atmosphere. Well, we're bleeding off enough speed. Three kilometers per second. 2.5 kilometers per second. 2 kilometers per second. 1.5. 1,000 meters per second. Mach 2, 30 kilometers. It's now safe to deploy parachutes. I'm going to wait till I get a bit lower, though. Yeah, I don't need descent mode anymore. Ten kilometers and activate drones. Okay, the ground isn't that high altitude. 3,000 meters, 2,000 meters, 1,000 meters, and full parachute deployment. $300, $200. Under 200 meters now. Home stretch. You can do it, Jeb. You can do it. 100 meters. 5, 4, 3, lag. And touchdown. Okay, lesson learned. Pack more solar panels and fuck Boyle off.